Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I have a topic that is going to be a bit controversial. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but it is a topic that I think we should have been talking about a long time ago. And I'm at the point now where I cannot unsee this, and it's just something that needs to be discussed. And this topic is dealing with the future of the young ladies of our country. And I saw a video, very disturbing video, and I may find a clip and insert it somewhere here, but it was a video of 4 or 5 young ladies who went over to visit Ghana, and they were visiting the Cape Coast area, I think the dungeons. They was visiting where our ancestors were taken and put onto ships and taken to different countries as slaves. The dungeons where they were packed in and died and, you know, just treated badly. And these young ladies were twerking on the grounds, on those sacred grounds, twerking and saying that this was for the ancestors. That was very disturbing. It's already disturbing to me of some of the behaviors of our young ladies, but that hit me right here. And I've seen many videos where people have addressed this topic, and because my channel is a channel that's devoted to women, and I believe in being an inspiration, a motivation, encouragement, to actually be an example for the younger ladies behind us that's growing up to be the best that they can be. I feel this topic needs to be addressed. So if you're interested in this video, keep watching. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. You're coming into a topic today that's a little bit different from what I normally talk about, but I think that this is a video that has been long since overdue. It's a subject that we should have been talking about a long time ago. I think sometimes we get a little uncomfortable talking about certain topics because we feel that it will make people go against us. But when you care about people, you care about society, and as a motivator, you know, I care about women, and I care about the way that we appear and how we carry ourselves, our character, our personalities, you know, just our representation. I care about that. So I think it's important. So as I stated before, it was a video that has been surfacing all over the internet, social media, YouTube, different places, of these young ladies who visited Africa, and they visited the dungeons at Cape Coast. I think it was at Cape Coast. And instead of them going there to, you know, commemorate or memorialize their ancestors, to say that they came back for their ancestors, to put their feet down on the motherland, these young ladies decide to just disgrace themselves and our ancestors by twerking on those grounds and then saying that this was for them. In what way is that serving them at all? It was just very embarrassing. It was disgraceful. It was disrespectful, not only to themselves, but for the country, for the continent of Africa. And it's just not a representation of how all of us as a society feel about what happened to our ancestors. And that got me to thinking about the state and the mind of society now, and it's specifically our young ladies. You know, I often say, where are the parents? Why is it that so many young people now seem to be just completely off course in their thinking, as far as even becoming an adult? You know, when you're young, you do a lot of foolish things. That's so true. We all do. When we're, you know, in our teens, trying to navigate, trying to figure out life, getting, you know, going into college or getting out of high school, we make a lot of mistakes. But when you're in your mid-20s, your 30s, and you're still acting just very disrespectful, and just have some ugly ways about you, and you don't care about anyone but yourself, it's shameful. And I saw these young ladies, and it was just embarrassing to me. I thought it was a great honor and a great privilege for them to be able to visit Africa. So many people want to go to Africa. So many people want to go and be able to say they put their foot down on the lands where their ancestors came from, or to be able to say that even though they were taken away, we were able to come back generations later. And instead of honoring it in that way, you want to disgrace it. And not only that, that just was the catalyst to get me to thinking about this subject, how our young ladies are carrying themselves now and the things that they do. There was an award show. A lot of you may not know about it, you know, because I do know I have different diverse people, but a majority of you will. It's called BET, Black Excellence Television, I think. And was a award ceremony that took place on this past Sunday. And that award was for all of the, you know, up and coming artists and all of those who made strides toward hip hop and R&B, the music, soulful music. And it was a day of celebration. And all the other award shows we have, people show up dressed up for that particular award show because it's a classy night. It's kind of like a black tie event. But instead of that, we saw people dressed all kinds of ways, and to me, showing too much body. Now that could be, you could look at that differently. Some people may say, hey, that's them, that's their bodies, and they can do what they want, and you're absolutely right. But when I think about how we represent ourselves as a culture, it's important that we show up and we show that we have intelligence and that we have manners. And today, in the music of today, all they talk about is the sexual type of behavior and what we can do for a man and about getting that paper, and instead of honoring themselves, taking pride in themselves as women. And it can be very embarrassing. It's okay to have a love song and talk about love and how you love your man, but most of these songs is not about having a monogamous relationship. It's about how you a boss, and y'all know that word, that 5-letter word, and what you can do and what men ain't gonna do and what you'll do to a man and all of that. And it just got me to thinking about what happened to us as women. Where are my older, more mature women setting an example for this young generation? We need to speak up more. I know a lot of times we turn a blind eye to things because we don't want the flack that can sometimes come with that. But when you see a young lady that's disgracing herself, it could be that she doesn't know any better. And sometimes all it takes is us speaking up and say, hey, you're a beautiful young lady. Hey, don't be showing all of that. I've done that on many occasions. You don't have to show all that to get attention. You're already beautiful. You don't have to act in that behavior. Just be yourself. It takes us as the more mature generation to be the example of what being classy, what being a lady, and also being sexy is all about. It's not about what we see today. It's disgraceful. It's embarrassing. And the way that they talk. What happened? Where are the mothers? Where are the grandmothers that used to teach us etiquette? And I know we live in a time now where people want to be what they want to be, and that's all well and fine. But when you disgrace yourself, and you dishonor those who paved the way for you, who bled and was unalived so that you could be here, so that you could be here. What happened? Why are we not standing up and showing our young ladies what it means to be a lady? We have so many channels out here. And I'll say 75 to 80% of these channels of young people, I be searching sometimes for travel vlogs, you know, to different places I want to visit. And it's not one time that I don't see a video where a young lady's twerking her butt in the camera flopping her butt all around in the camera when they get to the place they're going. And I'm like, what is that? Why is that? What is that representing? 20, 30, 40 years from now, if that video's still on YouTube, if this is such a platform, you're going to look back and say, I was a silly teen, or I was a silly young adult. It's embarrassing. And I just want to plead to my mature women out here. Let's set a better example, because some of it is us. Some of it is us. Some of us have yet to mature and to represent ourselves in the way that we should, with respect. I'm not telling anybody on here how to dress. I'm not trying to do that. But you don't disgrace yourself. You don't disgrace your ancestors. We honor them, because if it wasn't for what they did, we wouldn't be here. They were willing to give their lives for us. And I don't owe an apology to anyone, but I am apologizing to the continent of Africa, to the countries over there in Africa, for the disgraceful way that some of the people in the mindset that they take over to from the West over there. It's disgraceful. And I just want us to be better as women. And I may lose some subscribers for my video today, and that's okay, because the only people I want following me is people who are like-minded. And if you're not like-minded, and if you are upset by me showing love and wanting us to be better as a whole, as women, we are the fruit. We are the salt of the earth. We are what life comes through. We represent what life is, because all life comes through us. And we got to be the example of what we want these young ladies coming up. I thank God for my daughters. My daughters are very classy, and they're ladies, and they're young women. They're young women. I don't have to ever worry about or even think about them ever acting in that type of behavior, because number one, I taught them what it meant to be a lady and how to respect themselves. It's not about trying to get the attention of a man, but respect yourself first. Dress up for you. Love you first. That's what we need to be teaching these women. I'm not going to even get into all the things that we are doing out here to ourselves in the name of saying we love ourselves, but we know that's not what it is. But keep doing that. Let's honor ourselves, and let's honor those that came before us. And let's be ladies. Rise up, sisters. It is time for us to be an example. Don't turn your eye. Don't turn your eye to stuff. If you see a young lady out there making mistakes, try to give her a helping hand. Go to her in love, concern. I have no problem doing that. I'm going to always come to them and I'm like, you're beautiful, sweetheart, but kind of fix your shirt here. I have done that multiple times. Sometimes I've gotten, ugly words, but sometimes I get yes, ma'am. And it doesn't hurt to try. But we got to lead by example. We can't always turn our heads and be afraid. That is what's wrong with us. We're always turning our head when we should be leading by example. So I just wanted to send this video out today. And like I said, if this offends anyone, that's not what it's meant to do. But if it chastises you, if it gets you to thinking to be better, then that's what I wanted to do. So thank you all for tuning in today. And I will see you all in the next video. Make sure that if you're new and this is your first time, hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up the video. Get me trending. And I appreciate you for coming through. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you all for coming back. And I will see you in the next video. Remember always, peace and love. Kisses and hugs. And I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.